Watch Dogs Legion. Hit that like button for me, comment and subscribe if you're not already. Let's get into it.
Okay, but no, you sure? All right, I hear you.
Take a fucking break. Government officials.
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. With me, it's hard to believe that there could be shortages of food and medicine in an advanced country like ours, and yet here we are. Those old government promises of adequate food turn out to be just another lie. Today we're short of basic foodstuffs and vital medical supplies. Hundreds have already died of conditions that could be easily cured. The black market means that criminal gangs like Clan Kelly run our cities. And Prime Minister Dev Hassani isn't even around to pretend to care. How do we go from a consumer paradise to a place of empty shelves and fighting for supplies? What turns a land of plenty into a wild west of hoarding, food battles and black market barons? We protect everyone who comes on the podcast by keeping their identities secret. Here's veteran political reporter Ian on the power behind shortages.
I mean, what was the first thing that happened when Britain sealed itself off? The first stuff that stopped from coming in was fresh food. I mean, we could live without the fresh food. I mean, everyone's quality of life got instantly worse, but we could live without it. The most damaging part was when the radioactive isotopes stuff came in. Now, radioactive isotopes, that's what we use in cancer screening, cancer treatment. Now, that stuff, it has a short half-life. Technetium, used to...
You've arrived at our contact's former employer, and aside from some heavily armed security guards, it's basically a ghost town.
Interesting.
I don't think this replacement is on site. Dig around and see if you can figure out where they are.
And then the medicines. The thing is, there's loads of medicines that you just can't stockpile. There was a moment before it took place when actually
And I guess it just hit off a bit too well, actually, because fast forward a couple of hours. What's going on? Hilarious! Someone's having a bad day.
Control, requesting a lockdown. Possible hacked vehicle. Control, I'm starting a search. Someone's hacked a vehicle. Have an erratic vehicle. Initiate lockdown. Searching for the one who hacked this vehicle.
Eyes peeled. They're here. Fuck! You... If you don't stop this, then I will. Suspects in.
How did...
Spread out! Suspect reported in your area. Potentially armed and
Shotgun, lights out,
Stand
mate.
on.
Responding to the call. Over.
Weapon has been drawn. Moving in.
Engaging target.
We're on their tail.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. She was looking like she ain't want to get picked.
Your friend's just been taken into Albion custody. So long as you don't cock up that badly, you'll be my favourite operative today.
All right, no problem. I've got this.
By law, you must keep your optic right open at all times. Failure to take eye contact to another result in prosecution.
Have enough. And now, with this kind of huge shortages of everything, you're seeing that actually collapse.
Investigating disturbance. Assembly is on over. Find units.
You could do your corporate espionage from there.
Ya junk crop.
Whew! Almost got me there.
No sign yet.
Spread out, but stay in contact. Trespasser may have fled. Obviously. No one here.
This is strange. The manifest for the shipment you just destroyed mentions an internment facility in the borough, but not one I've heard of. Well, they'll just have to do without the rubber hoses and black masks for a while.
Ching!
Bloody disgusting.
Someone's down!
Sending you the data now.
Copy that. I'll analyze the company records while you get to safety.
Will someone shut that thing down?
I want the person controlling that thing found.
What do we have, Bags?
Well, I found our prospect's replacement. It's an AI. And a pretty shoddy one at that. Nowhere near as smart as me. It could maybe replace a few million humans at most.
Oh, shit.
Oh, right. I suppose from your perspective, that's a lot. If you like, we can go destroy it before it puts anyone else out of work.
Sure, why not? Send me those coordinates.
All our officers are busy at the moment. We'll have someone with you as soon as possible.
No, they're in the house!
The police do a great job, but there's never enough funding to go around. That's why we're here to offer it. Alternative.
This is Albion Security. Put down your weapons or face lethal force.
Albion, we're ready to keep you safe.
You're listening to The Bug.
Nibbling away on the rotten carcass of a once free Britain. Hello resistors, this is The Bug, and on today's show Alice and I will be looking at the big questions, such as, are we less than 2 years away from being able to turn a sausage back into a live pig? Did we actually need polar bears anyway? What do they really do? If I put optic on my dog, can I train it to take itself for a walk and do my shopping on the way home? And is tennis real? But first...
The job-killing AI's code blueprint is being packed up into a crate on site.
Time for some smash and dash.
This...
Global British broadcast. Britain's first news network. Compliance is patriotic.
What happened? You hear something?
Come out!
Change to procedure.
You useless flap of skin.
CCTV
There it is. Time to do your destroying other people's property thing. AI successfully murdered. Now get to safety and I'll send our friend the good news.
Things have kind of taken a twist. Your replacement? Turns out it's an AI. Figure it's cheaper than what they were paying you. And they can literally program it to do whatever they want.
You serious?
Yeah, that AI was going to replace your whole industry. Would have been tough to find another job after that. But DedSec stopped it. So, no trouble.
Thank you.
You should totally join up with DedSec. Kick ass for a cause.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm ready to make a difference.
You can't spell riot without right. And by right, I mean right wing.
So, who do we turn to for help, support and assistance in desperate times like these? Well, our artificially intelligent friend Bagley's rogue, estranged brother.
Hell yeah! A street artist. Imagine having them on our squad. DedSec painted all over London.
Hello, Andy.
Bugley, tell me the path to true lasting happiness.
Andy, to find true
I did not mean to do that.
issues quarry, screaming
For half an hour, and then lock yourself in a shed forever. Thanks, Dudley.
National proximity to the ocean.
Bugley,
Auto
how
drive
can I
now
stop worrying
enabled.
about being disappeared by Clan Kelly every time I go to the shop, or take the bus, or sit on a bench, or look at a tree, or point at a bird, or think about snooker, or get out of bed?
Andy, do not worry about Clan Kelly.
Why not, Bugley? They terrify me to my very core.
Because, Andy, we are all just dust in the wind of history.
That's nice perspective,
Auto
Bugley.
drive now
Let's
enabled.
never lose sight of that.
Hey, Bugley, how do you put a secret hideout in your basement without alerting your narc children and their tracking devices?
Please hold still, Alice, while I report you to the authorities.
Bugley, will things ever get better?
Yes, Andy. The heat death of the universe is only 5 billion years away now.
Oh, it's so nice to have something to look forward to. That's all from the Bug today. Keep it real, Bug fans. Actually, that's terrible advice. Keep it as unreal as you can possibly manage. But that's well better.
You're listening to The Bug.
May cause nausea, vomiting and headaches. You're listening to The Bug, the Resistance comedy show brought to you by the Buccaneer Network. I'm Andy, joining me, as always, Alice.
I'm excited to be here. Apparently, the Resistance is not going well.
Again? Well, there has been some news about DedSec, the Resistance and/or terrorist organisation, delete according to preference. Not preference, sorry, delete according to whether or not you work for the government, Sirs, Bloom, the Kellys or Albion. According to a Sirs official, DedSec is no longer a threat. Which I guess is true, in that it was never a threat in the first place. Reminds me of when my great-aunt Gladys had her appendix out. Oh, Andy, that surgeon's a real threat, waggling that knife at me, trying to knock me out. Well, they call a scalpel and an anaesthetic, Gladys. Anyway, if Sirs officials say DedSec is dead and buried, I guess we have to assume that DedSec has never been stronger. But I do worry, Alice. I mean, sometimes I think, is there any hope? Do you still have hope?
I don't think
Auto
I'm allowed
drive
to
now
have hope.
disabled.
We're living in the self-selected, algorithmically designated information equivalent of a propaganda state, and every resistance that I've ever seen is weaker than the British pound. I feel like hope is an expensive thing to buy these days.
Right. I mean, is it all totally pointless? What we do? I mean, it can feel pointless, but then again, I've spent almost all of my life doing pointless things like watching sport, thinking about sport, thinking about watching sport.
Building a resistance group requires operatives with specialized skills. Technical abilities, firearms handling, and physical training are all valuable. Bare-knuckle boxing rings are a good place to find people who are good at throwing punches, or taking them. By defeating each opponent in an arena, you'll have an opportunity to face its best fighter. Prove your physical superiority, and they may consider joining DedSec. I'm guessing that's some sort of primate society thing.
And one day, we will again be free. Free from these technological chains, free to choose our own futures, free to live our own lives, free to waste our time watching people
Auto drive now
dance
disabled.
badly again. Those were the days. Before we go, time for a quick bug off. I'm going to nominate this week Sky Larson here at the Bug. We are all in favour of strong, powerful women, and in many ways, Sky's the ultimate. There's abominably awful things to this planet as men. I mean, overall, Alice, I think we're still ahead as men, but you lot are catching up. Fair play to you. You are listening to The Bug.
Did you know that you're legally required to have your optic working at all times?
Don't put the wash on. I left my phone in it.
Life's full of little accidents. But accident or not, the law requires you to carry a working optic at all times. So it's a good job our engineers have seen most accidents you can think of.
I'll have that working for you again in no time.
Whatever the accident, whatever the problem, Com can keep your optic working and keep you legal. Com Mobile.
The Bug.
Just about there. You're in. Let's find the thing.
Not.
Here they come. Purveyors of violence and mayhem. They're poised, they're ready, they're wild and unsteady. Get on your feet and let them in.
You're nothing, that's what.
Now that's entertainment. And one massive blow to our fighter.
Hey, jam yourself, bruv. Don't waste my time.
And the crowd's roaring for some action.
I don't need it.
Oh, they're gonna feel that hit in the morning if they wake up. Oh, yes! Knockdown! That was a lovely knockdown. I want to hear that energy, folks. I want to hear the love and the hate. Get hype. The fighters step into the limelight. Take a look at those faces.
I'll beat you to a pulp.
Strap the fuck in. Fucking royal blow! Oh my God! Whoa, that hit look like fucking hurt. This isn't the time for a break. Just like a proper live highlight reel. And then down! Did you see all that on the live stream? Did you all see that monster hit on the stream? Fucking hell! Are you watching at home? Online? On the street? Are you here live to feel the heat?
Get
the
ready,
sweat,
this
the
is gonna
blood?
hurt.
Wherever you are, this is the most exciting thing you'll see all day.
I'm going to knock your fucking head.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Solid strike from a solid fighter. Oh my God! What absolutely disgusting!
Are you sure you want to do this? You look weak.
Oh, shit! And that's a solid blow there. Looks like they're sizing each other up. Almost knocked their teeth right out. Oh shit! Oh, me the win right now. That's right. You know him. You love him. His old man was a fighter and his gaffer. He's here with a ton to prove and representing his yachts. Let's hear it.
You know who I am? I'm fucking...
A solid hit! That's the shit we like to see. Am I right, people, or what? Unbelievable blow! Don't know how anyone will come back from that.
What, you think you're hard enough? Man's gonna...
One for the record books. Did you all see that monster hit on the stream? Fucking hell!
Boom! You just signed...
Well, that's what happens when you're shit.
Here we go.
Fucking boom!
You just signed up for a roll of paint.
That's entertainment. And one massive blow to our fighter. Oh, now that's what I'm talking about. Solid strike for a solid fight.
You know who I am? I fucking run these ends, bruv.
Oh, they're gonna feel that hit in the morning if they wake up. They're getting murdered in there. Oh my God! What absolutely disgusting in it. A solid hit! That's the shit we like to see. Am I right, people, or what? Whoa, that hit looked like it fucking hurt. Almost knocked their teeth right out. No, that wasn't your stream bugging out. Our reigning champ really was defeated. Meet the new me.
The chase is on. They're gonna tail me for a while, yeah?
Until you lose them, yes.
For what Bagley claims to be, he's not always helpful.
Situation under control.
Albion. A legend.
Auto drive now
A
enabled.
truth. A reality. From the strength of King Arthur to the cunning and fairness of Robin Hood, this Green Isle has long told stories of those who stand for justice, whose strength protects those in need. The time of legends is past, but the values remain. Albion. Great British values. Great British security.
Right, you're here. Let's find the thing.
What do you want, shitface?
Yeah, I left it at home.
Over here!
Getting close.
Taste the tension in here. Our fighters are ready, are you? Well, you'd better be. Beds are closed and we're ready to roll.
Really generous of you to accept this beating.
Ooh. Oh shit! Could that be the win right now? Just like a proper live highlight reel. Oh shit! And that's a solid blowdown. We're back at it again, folks. The only game in town worth your time. Society's crumbling, institutions fumbling. Come and see a couple of fighters take it out on each other. An unbelievable blow. Don't know how anyone will come back from that. And that's a hit. One for the record books.
Is that your best?
An unbelievable blow. Don't know how anyone will come back from that. Fucking hell. Seriously. No one will be able to get up from that. We're back at it again, folks. The only game in town worth your time. Society's crumbling.
I'm right here.
Institutions
What are you gonna
fumbling.
do?
Come and see a couple of fighters take it out on each other.
Scared, are
Now
you?
that's what I'm talking about. Solid strike from a solid fighter. Fucking wild blow! Oh my god!
Come on and try it, arsehole.
Oh shit! Could that be the win right now? Oh, they feel that hit in the morning if they wake up. Oh my god! What absolutely disgusting! Thought you'd seen it all? Well, think again. Two fighters that will never fail to blow us all out of the water. They say two heads are better than one. Well, how about four fists? I've had it. They're getting murdered in there. Oi, come here and show me what you got.
Hope you're ready.
Almost knocked the teeth right out. A solid hit. That's the shit we like to see. Am I right, people? Or what? Now
This will be a nice easy
warm-up. Massive blow to our fighter.
Oi, come here and show me what you got.
Whoa, that hit looked like it fucking hurt.
Hope you're...
Oh, shit, and that's a solid blow down.
Well, this will be a nice easy warm-up. Well, this will be a nice easy
Both of
warm-up.
our fighters are tired, trying to conserve energy.
Oi, come here and
Just
show
like
me
a
what...
proper live highlight reel.
Hope you're ready.
Did you all see that monster hit on the stream? Fucking hell!
Well, this will be a nice, easy warm-up.
That's a hit! One for the record! That's a hit! One for the record books! Fucking whoa! Oh my god! Oh my god! What absolutely disgusting it! And that's the kind of shit we tune in for. Out with the old and in with the new. Wow! Collect your winnings if you're lucky enough, people.
Two overly ecstatic characters. Of course one of them will die in the inevitable accident.
Well, if it isn't the old rank state, right here. Come on now, we're talking. Well, can't we? I don't really feel that talking right now. Wait.
Just by looking at it. Can I?
Auto drive now enabled.
Anyway. Alice, what do you bench?
I bench body weights.
Right.
Well, not my body weight.
Okay.
Body weight of a baby.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to give that kind of detail. Just
It's very
body weight.
impressive. People look
Yeah.
at me and go, "Where did you get that baby?"
Yeah. You are listening to The Bar.
In this week's Truth News, according to an official poll, 98% of Londoners are very happy with CTOS. And I am not sure that I agree with this, Andy. I don't think 98% of Londoners have ever, in the history of London, ever agreed on anything. You could not get 98% of Londoners to agree that oxygen was better than breathing a fog of raw liquid feces. And they expect us to believe that everyone agrees CTOS is better than not choking on shit mist.
I mean, maybe they just meant 98% of one specific Londoner who bought shares in Bloom before its tentacles grew into every crevice of the country. I mean, this is not just any old poll. We should say that this is not any poll. This is an official poll, right from the very heart of government. It's not a knock-off fake poll of an elderly couple and their mangy old dog sitting on a bench waiting to die. This is an official poll. So let's just put those words "official poll" through an online translator in case you didn't study languages. Let's find out what it actually means. Made up lie. There we go. Glad to clear that up. I think it's fair to say, entirely trust these official polls they feed us, Alice. I mean, they could publish an official poll saying that over 99.9% of children like ice cream, and I would instantly assume that all children now hate all ice cream and would prefer to eat a bucket of gravel mixed with dead badger. They could publish an official poll saying that 10 out of 10 cats prefer cat food to being whacked with a tennis racket, and I would assume that all cats have gone vegan and were queuing up outside Wimbledon meowing, "Choose me, choose me."
I trust these polls as much as I trust someone recommending a movie that they watch.
I love the open air.
Your judgment is impaired, Sally. I'll make my own decisions.
I trust those polls as much as I would trust Mary Kelly if she came up to me and said, "Congratulations, Andy, you've just won a free holiday to the south of France in the back of this windowless van."
I think official polls are like the unsolicited dick pics that the government provides us. I didn't ask for it, I don't believe it, it's on an angle, you've artificially inflated it ahead of time, and anyone that falls for one deserves all the disappointment of trying to match it to reality. These polls are absolute rubbish, Andy. I read one the other day that said the plumbing in London was good, and it absolutely is not. I mean, we have this technology now where they can spy on my every bowel movement. There's a CTOS camera installed inside my underwear drawer. A media drone is scaring the birds off my garden bird feeder, and you can't get me consistently hot water.
Speaking of media drones, I mean, they're everywhere, clearly. The great thing I guess about media drones is that, as inanimate robots, they actually have more humanity, compassion and dignity than the human...
Right, let's find out what's it then. Just about there.
Looking for some action, eh? Here they come. Purveyors of violence and mayhem. They're poised, they're ready, they're wild and unsteady. Get on your feet and let them in.
Come at me then.
Just like a proper live highlight reel. Whoa, that hit my fucking hurt. Oh shit! Could that be the win right now? Now that's entertainment and one massive blow to our fighter. Oh, they're gonna feel that hitch in the morning if they wake up. Oh shit! And that's a solid blow down. Are you watching at home, online, on the street? Are you here live to feel the heat?
You aren't ready for me.
Wherever you are, this is the most exciting thing you'll see all day. They're getting murdered in there. A solid hit. That's the shit we like to see. Am I right, people? Did you all see that?
Hit me.
Monster
I'm not
on the
feeling
screen?
anything.
Fucking hell. Almost knocked their teeth right out. Oh, now that's what I'm talking about. Solid strike from a solid fighter. Oh, I can taste the tension in here. Our fighters are ready, are you?
Go on,
well,
if you've got
you
the guts.
better be. Bits are closed and we're ready to run.
Get ready to
Don't know how anyone will come back from that. Oh my God! What absolutely disgusting it! Oh, they're gonna feel that hitch in the morning if they wake up.
You should be.
Oh, now that's what I'm talking about. Solid strike from a solid fighter. Oh, shit, what absolutely disgusting blow. They're bold, they're cunning, they're feeling no pain. Don't let your guard down around these. Buckle in for this show. It's gonna be absolutely fucking bonkers.
Why are you acting like an ass?
Suka!
And that's a hit! One for the record!
I'll hit you so hard, you'll think I'm your father!
Let's make this interesting!
Now that's entertainment! And one massive blow to our fighter! A solid hit! That's the shoe we like to see among
No one will cry over your grave!
Almost knocked their teeth right out!
Right.
They're getting murdered in there! Oh, that hit fucking hurt!
No one will cry over your grave!
Oh, yes! Knockdown! That was a lovely knockdown! Oh, shit! And that's a solid blowdown!
Suka!
Someone's gonna have to break the stalemate soon. Oh shit! Could that be the win right now? Fucking one blow! Oh my god! Hope you didn't bet on the wrong fighter. That's how it goes in BKL. Expect the unexpected.
Take a step back, buddy. Yeah. Thank you.
The logical end of all society.
Auto drive now enabled.
Where just everything has just become a camera filming another camera. To be honest, I've just given up on all news and reality now, Alice. I just, in fact, I now just make up my own headlines. Please don't. A piece of paper and a pen. Remember them? Paper and pens. Those were the days. And I'll just write down the headlines I want to read. I'll just make my own newspaper. Here I've got today. If you point at the bird shit on your car window and say it's a currency, no one can tell you otherwise. Spinach chancer at Bilderberg karaoke night. That's right. Another headline. Here we go. PM announces Britain back on track after swapping all Crown Estate properties for some magic beans. Might as well. We've got to do something as the nation we are today. Here's another one. Wild joy on the streets as Britain signs £864 zillion trade deal with Bolivia. There we go. Build a better world. Government claims only nice people will benefit from agreement to sell trampolines and mermaid warships to landlocked South American nation. We're building a better Britain. Here's another one. Environment probably fine, claims drowning scientist. Invent the world you want to have, people. It's going to be way, way better than the one you've actually got. From the bug, goodbye. From the Buccaneer, this is the bug.
Tick-tock, tick-tock, time is ticking. It's time to give the electorate a good.
Singing in the Rain meets A Clockwork Orange in this savage analysis of the British political class.
This cabinet, built of English oak. Only
Auto drive
upper-class
now
voices were the ones that spoke.
get a ticket, steal a
Auto-drive
ticket,
now disabled.
break down the fire exit door, just get to see this show. Broken Dreams, the political musical of the decade. Book your seat at the
Auto-drive now
Verity
enabled.
Theatre now.
Auto-drive now enabled.
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your pirate podcast source for what?
Getting close.
Solicitors from the telly.
I'll be okay. Right, let's find out what's it then.
Energy, folks. I want to hear the love and the hate. Get hype. The fighters step into the limelight. Take a look at those faces. Place your bets and strap the
Fucking hell,
fuck
you're
in.
too ugly to bash.
Just like a proper live highlight reel. Did you all see that monster hit on the stream? Fucking hell! An unbelievable blow! Don't know how anyone will come back from that.
Nah, that's a face victim.
Whoa, that hit looked like it fucking hurt! Oh! Shit, and that's a solid blow there.
Teammate is en route to hospital, where they'll be for the foreseeable future.
Shit, I knew this would happen. Come on, let's finish this.
Right, let's find out what's it then. Just about there.
Only game in town worth your time. Society's crumbling, institutions fumbling. Come and see a couple of fighters take it out on each other.
Oh, come on, then.
But fucking wild blood! Oh my god! A solid hit! That's the shit we like to see. Am I right, people, or what? An unbelievable blow! Don't know how anyone will come back from that. Oh shit! Could that be the win right now? I want to hear that energy, folks. I want to hear the love and the hate. Get hype.
Come on, you little
Fighters step
weakling.
into the limelight. Take a look at those faces. Place your bets and strap the fuck in.
I'm.
Now that's entertainment. And one massive blow to our fighter.
Scared? You should be.
Looks like they're sizing each other up. Just like a proper live highlight reel. And that's a hit! One for the record books. Oh, shit, what an absolutely disgusting blow! Oh, I can taste the tension in here. Our fighters are ready, are you? Well, you better be. Bits are closed and we're ready to roll.
On.
Oh, they're gonna feel that hit in the morning if they wake up. Did you all see that monster hit on the stream? Fucking hell! They're getting murdered in there!
Thanks for joining. Hit that like button for me. Comment and subscribe if you're not already.
Almost knocked their teeth right out! And they're down! Did you see all that on the live stream? I want to see some excitement, folks. This fighter doesn't let anything or anyone get in his way. He'll run you over. Buckle in for some fisticuffs.
You hear that? You hear them screaming for your blood?
Oh my God! What absolutely disgusting it! Whoa, that it looked like it fucking hurt! Oh, they're gonna feel that hit in the morning if they wake up. Oh, now that's what I'm talking about. Solid strike and a solid fire. Did you all see that monster hit on the screen? Fucking hell! Oh shit! Could that be the win right now? Almost knocked their teeth right out! A solid hit! That's the shit we like to see. Am I right, people? Oh, shit! And that's a solid blowdown.
Oh, just shut up already. Step on over here.
Oh my God! What absolutely disgusting it! Now that's entertainment, and one massive blow to our fighter. Just like a proper live highlight reel.
Step on over here.
That's a hit! One for the record books! Both of our fighters are tired, trying to conserve energy.
unaccountable spy organization that uses its powers to stifle
Auto drive now
and shut
disabled.
down free speech. Instead, we're going to look at how SIRS became so powerful. And as usual, we'll keep everyone's names and locations.
Seems your mate took quite a bashing and has wound up in hospital. They won't be available for some time. If you're feeling clever, you might consider recruiting a paramedic to the team. It's a brilliant way to shorten that hospital stay and get your teammate back online.
This is what fascism is. It is the complete and total control of people. The desire to basically say to the individual, nothing in your life matters. On an individual basis, you are part of the whole, part of the nation. And the only meaning that you will find in your life is to become part of the nation. What is a nation? Nation doesn't mean anything, right? The nation is basically just encapsulated by the leader that takes over, that claims that he, has this sort of access to the soul of the country, to the soul of the people. He never does, it's just a myth. But that's what they go for. On that basis, they take the right to control every aspect of your life, from who you talk to where you eat, to where you go to hang out with your friends. And what we're seeing now is a contemporary iteration of this process where you get corporations and the state operating in tandem, basically molded into one. But that isn't that rare. It's not exactly the same thing in Nazi Germany. You look at the concentration camps that operated in Nazi Germany, there were private companies in those camps making use of that slave labor. Fascism often works with corporations, and it's doing the same now. That's the way in which they track what you do. That's the way in which they track who you talk to. They operate as each other's proxies.
Charles is an expert in the dark arts of surveillance who worked to set up democratic media in post-communist states. How did it go so wrong in Britain?
We're looking at all the wrong things when we look at Britain's crisis. There's a lot of concentration on data and how that's been used and manipulated. And what we haven't looked at is the power structures and the profit that lies behind this. For example, if we examine what actually happened, there's a company that's really very interested in selling passports and making it easy to provide visas for investment and so on. And historically, throughout the world, they've been working with this big data manipulation company in order to...
Right, let's find out what's it then. Getting close.
Put it away, mate.
Looking for some action, huh? Online, on the street, are you here live to feel the heat, the sweat, the blood? Wherever you are, this is the most exciting thing you'll see all day. Fucking wild blow, oh my god! Unbelievable blow! Don't know how anyone will come back from that. They're getting murdered in there!
You're weak, soft.
Did you all see that monster hit on the stream? Fucking hell! Place your bets, fight lovers. Here they come. Purveyors of violence and mayhem. They're poised, they're ready, they're wild and unsteady. Get on your feet and let them in. Oh, shit! And that's a solid blow there.
What, you think you can beat me?
Fucking wild blow! Oh my god! Just like a proper live highlight reel.
The fuck up!
Oh, now that's what I'm talking about. Solid strike from a solid fighter. folks. I want to hear the love and the hate. Get hype. The fighters step
ready to
into the
win.
limelight. Take a look at those faces. Place your bets and strap the fuck in. They're getting murdered in there. An unbelievable blow. Don't know how anyone will come back from that. Oh my God! What absolutely disgusting in it! Almost knocked their teeth right out! Now that's entertainment! Massive blow to our fighter. She can't be contained, she's uncontrollable and unbeatable. Come on folks, make some noise because where there's smoke, there's fire.
Step on over here.
You think you could take me?
Oh shit! Could that be the win right now? A solid hit! That's the shit we like to see. Am I right, people? Oh, they're gonna feel that hit in the morning if they wake up.
You're in serious trouble now.
And that's a hit! One for the record books! Whoa, that hit looked like it fucking hurt! A solid hit! That's the shit we like to see. Am I right, people, or what?
Wicked. Get in there. You trying to get killed, fam? I ain't a... What the hell?
Whoa, that hit looked like it fucking hurt!
You think you could take me?
Oh my God! What absolutely disgusting in it!
I ain't afraid of you.
Oh shit! Could that be the win right
You're in serious trouble
Someone's gonna
now.
have to break the stalemate soon. Just like a proper live highlight reel. Absolutely nobody saw that win coming. Unless you did, then you just made yourself a proper lumpy bit of dosh.
Well done. You've defeated every one of those loud, violent twats, proving that you are the loudest and most violent twat of all. Congratulations, I think.
What's his deal, Bugs?
He's an activist who's been trying to gather intel on Albion personnel movements through the city. Looks like he wants to stay one step ahead of the goons. Smart.
He might be useful. Let us help him out.
Understood. The easiest way to obtain the data would be to steal an Albion heavy assault vehicle and dissect its onboard satnav. That would give us a clear picture of Albion's recent movements.
I'll make it happen.
It's a couple of different ways that we got where
Auto
it
drive
is that
now
we are.
enabled.
I mean, one, you have a lot of smaller organizations, smaller power groups, companies as well, who are bending things just a little. Oh, we'll compromise a little bit, we'll bend the rules a little bit, and try to achieve what it is that we hope to achieve that's good for us. And if you add all of that up, what you end up with is a big wall moving in a big way. From a lot of little buttons being pushed. But also there's this other thing that's going on here, is the gathering of data and the analysis of data has authoritarianism contained within its DNA. It is by its nature a tool for authoritarianism, and it has been used in that way.
How does big data look into our lives? James covered it for the pre-crisis press.
We're starting to see the merger of private data and that with data held by the state into what are called social credit systems. This is where every aspect of your behaviour is monitored and totted up by a central system to sort of score you as a person, a bit like a credit card, but predicated on all of your behaviour rather than just the money you're spending. And this can have profound impact. We're starting to see systems emerge which will punish you and stop you from doing things in society based on your behaviours. And this can be as trivial as if you jaywalk, if you cross the road in the wrong place, you might lose points. If you do some community activities or help your neighbours, you might earn points. And then this can be used to sort of evaluate you as a person. And this could mean, for example, better travel privileges, being able to travel first class, or being denied from travelling first class to not being allowed to travel at all. These systems are very real and very possible because of all of the data that is now held on us.
So if your ears are burning and you think someone might be watching you, you're probably right. They're watching all of us. I'm Tash and you've been listening to Buccaneer. Keep listening, keep sharing the show and keep it encrypted. They're watching us.
Auto drive now disabled.
While food contaminations happen from time to time, London has seen a sharp rise in E. coli, Salmonella and Listeria in recent years, and many are pointing to government cutbacks in food standards monitoring. Join GBB tonight.
Auto drive now enabled. Auto drive now disabled.
Welcome back to The Upload.
Today we're talking about
Getting out of here. I don't have time, sorry.
I'm worse than this.
Oh. Hi.
Ross, she's sweetie.
She's a shady character, that's for sure. Her network activity shows she's been trying to hack the National Health Service.
With the state that the NHS is in, the last thing it needs is some hacker messing around.
Do you really think I couldn't undo the damage done by some human hacker? Just connect me to one of the hospital services she targeted, and I'll sort it.
I'm onto it.
mindset. It was all about finding...
Finding an alternative to centralised systems.
Auto drive now
it was kind of
enabled.
a countercultural punk ethos. The whole point of the distributed ledger is you're not trusting any one person to keep a track of who has what money or how they're spending it. It's all out there in the open for anyone to see, and yet you can remain secretive.
But not everybody now wants to keep up this crypto legacy. They don't share this attitude anymore. We've seen institutions, businesses, even governments experimenting with crypto, which doesn't really fit into its original radical counterculture mold.
Yeah, it's kind of weird today to think of people not using cryptocurrency. It's so mainstream now. You know, I'm almost nostalgic for the feel of cash. Good old-fashioned paper and coins. First they changed the paper notes to plastic notes, and now it's just all digital. There's nothing to hold on to.
It was great just to be able to have a little bit of money to carry around with you.
I think the turning point in the UK really came a few years ago when the pound dropped 10% over just one season. People living off grid started using crypto, and just as everyone was losing faith in the
Auto-drive now
pound,
disabled.
they were gaining it in cryptocurrency, which turned out to be much more stable.
The thing you're after is around here.
No, please.
Some kind of joke. Knobhead! Wait, what was that? Total cockhead. Will you relax a second?
Slip everything into your
That's the target. Should be hackable. Transfer complete.
What do you have, Buckley?
Nothing to fix, actually. She's been patching holes in their security, not opening them. Seems she's not so much a cyber criminal as she is renegade tech support.
Go on.
She's been particularly focused on exploits around the organ transfer list. Anyone who got their hands on these exploits will have a lot of control over that waiting list.
Now, this does seem like something DedSec might be interested in. Bagley, I need a meeting.
This is for your safety.
And make it a better place for us to live in.
If you say so.
As the
Auto-drive
tide
now
continues
enabled.
its slide against global currencies, there's never been a cheaper time to visit London. So why is tourism at a 10-year low? Tonight, GBB looks at London through the eyes of a visitor. And it's a wake-up call.
You're listening to The Bug.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain. Hello, resistors. This is The Bug, keeping the fire of hope alive in the vacuum of today's Britain. Okay, fires don't burn in vacuums. It's a little novelty Christmas light, shaped like a flame, but it's something. It is something to cling to. Joining me, as always, is Alice. And Alice, hold the front page. Technology apparently is here to stay. There's no way around that now. Much as I'd like to go back to the 18th century and see if we can have another crack at the Industrial Revolution and get it later on this time. But new tech is creating 4,000 jobs. Count them all, 4,000. 4,000 new jobs thanks to this new tech investment.
I mean, that's a very exciting thing if you're someone who wants to work in the tech sector, but I can only assume that this tech investment has created 4,000 jobs that will immediately be taken by robots.
Even if they're not, there'll be jobs that no one in their right, sane mind would actually want to do, but that's the price of progress, I guess. And we have to embrace the way technology is taking over everything, because maybe this is a ray of hope for us in this darkened universe, that technology will, in fact, render us all obsolete, and we won't need humans at all, because look at the bad things that are happening now. What is the common denominator behind all of them?
I don't know, Andy, tell me.
All the bad things that are happening now, all the bad things that have ever happened, all involved human beings. They're always involved whenever anything goes wrong from the very dawn of time. And think of this, an automated Nigel Cass, surely a step up on the human Nigel Cass. You could even program it to have a tiny, tiny sliver of conscience. And if you had an automated Prime Minister, you could program it to be occasionally in the goddamn country. So that's, again, it's a step forward.
Again, I insist that there's never been a Prime Minister, Andy. I've never seen him, I've never heard of him. The only times I ever hear what the Prime Minister does is it's when nothing happens.
I mean, it has reached the point where, and I've thought this for a long time, we would be better off if the Prime Minister was a watermelon. You know, it would be, I think we'd all be happy with that. We'd all know where we stood.
You hear him being praised for his diplomatic skills all the time. For the best market
Are you blind? So you're DedSec? Oh, this is amazing. I can't believe we're actually meeting.
Saw your work at the hospital. Impressive stuff.
Not good enough, though. The mob managed to steal hundreds of organs from the system before I locked them out.
I don't like the sound of that.
If I could get those organs back myself, I'd do it. But me against Clan Kelly, not a pretty picture.
All right. Leave it with us.
Thank you. Help me, and I'll help you back.
Our grey hat has already worked out the smuggling ring's headquarters. I'm passing the details to your optic.
I'll look around and see what I can find.
Jeez.
What we are absolutely.
Optic is so
Auto
secure.
drive now enabled.
It's more secure than a teenage girl reading a women's magazine. It's more secure than a comedian with a drinking problem. It's more secure than a young man who's just got his first motorcycle license.
Finally, before we go today, bug off to the Prime Minister, who has once again FRO'd to who knows where this week. He sure as hell is not here in London. I remember
Auto drive now disabled.
when our Prime Minister was either incompetent or crooked, but not both at once. But actually, no, I can't remember being both at once. But incompetent, crooked, and not even in the country. That is one impressive triple whammy. I've had lions longer than his longest spell on British soil in this last year. This is halfway house at Palestine. He will come back into the job or leave the planet entirely. I'm pretty sure there must be
Auto drive now
a spare
enabled.
space station knocking around where he can go and entertain himself for the rest of the time. Can we crowdfund it? Tell you, let's make a cryptocurrency out of something and crowdfund it that way. What have you got? Jelly beans? Are they still legal?
No sign of the target.
He's away so often, Andy. I'm starting to think he doesn't like the country.
That is all from the bug today. Fly away, bugs. We are done.
Control, put out an APW. Target is gone.
This is London Calling. You're listening to me, Tash, on Buccaneer. Your source for what they don't want to know.
I'm here.
Good. The stolen organs should be in an ambulance on site.
See what we got.
Save me the time and effort.
Shoot through this, you bellend.
I got him!
Try me, fuckwit. I'm under fire. I'm taking fire.
I'm pinned down!
Me have the vehicle. Now what?
You should take them to a hospital, obviously. Unless, of course, you want to become very good friends with a hungry dog.
Spread out! Find them!
Had perhaps more diverse voices in the media, but now with the GBB, you're really only seeing one brand of news and therefore only getting one truth. So people end up with a very biased and controlled idea of the reality and the world that we're actually living in. There was, of course, many concerns and many problems, but in a way there were some positive things that, like, not all...
Well done. I'll let the hospital staff know about this special delivery while you call our hacker friend.
It's done.
Nice. No one will be skipping the queue anymore. Clan Kelly's clients can wait just like everyone else.
Want to put your skills to good use? DedSec is always up for new blood.
Hell yes. I'm in.
All right, another fine member of the crew. Welcome to DedSec.
Yes, I'm so ready to help out the cause.
Fantastic.
How can I kill this thing?
Why did you come to Great Britain?
There is war in my country.
Some refugees have legitimate claim.
My whole family was killed.
And it's our job to find them.
We're going to grant your application to stay here. Welcome to Great Britain.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because we don't just protect borders. We protect lives. Sirs. Security through care.
Security here is state-of-the-art, quite impenetrable. Unless, of course, you flew a drone through the window one of Mary's mouth breathers left open.
The recording device is in her security room.
Getting there should be a simple matter of navigating the vents.
What the hell?
She's using these people as house servants, against their will.
Horrible in itself, but a million...
is your home. For now. When the price is right, you'll get another home.
Problem. Do you know that?
Please, I need help.
Fucking idiot. Do you piss everyone off the way you're pissing me off, wanker? Stupid git.
That's it. Let's see what kind of recording we've got on her. Just look at this place. This is what comes of old crooked money. The Kelly family has been profiting from people's misery for a long time. She's got this shit all over the manor.
So you've been in there before? Is that how you ended up in the basement of the Southwark incinerator?
We needed something incriminating, so we decided someone had to get in here and plant a bug. I wasn't going to assign someone else to do that. You saw how Mary uses the people she grabs out of the EPC, and the staff's uniform's not hard to mimic, so I went in. What I didn't know was that she had intel on our investigation, my team. I thought going off book would stop the leaks, but she still knew we were coming. She tortured me for the names of my team, tried to break me, but cops don't give up cops. Turned out she already knew the whole unit and put hits out on them. The woman is a mindfucker.
Oh, God. I'm sorry. You're lucky she didn't plant one of her microchips in you. But then, she probably knew you'd rather die than be her slave.
That's how I ended up on that butcher's table. So many reasons to want to rid the world of her, but it wouldn't be enough to just put one in her brain. My mates died trying to bring her to justice. I have to honor that.
state of you. What you done to yourself after everything I've done for you?
You made me a slave. All of us. Please, let me go. Take this thing out.
Back to your old life. Back to nothing. Back to you 2.5 screaming blighters in your dead-end job and sucking off the dole. You don't want that, love. This microchip is scary, I know, but I got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I? And this kitchen knife, that won't do it, love. Cutting yourself affects my bottom line.
I can't live like this anymore.
No. You're all right there. It's all right, sweetheart, because I have another use for you. Ooh, paying attention, are we? Good. Be sure and spread the word. You know where this one goes. Get these two and all the others over to the venue and ready for the sale.
Right away, Mum. Also, the foreign investors have already landed and the drones are programmed, ready to deliver the invitations and the coordinates to all the guests.
Is that initiative I'm smelling, Peter? Initiative can be a dangerous thing. Can be misinterpreted. Fuck's sake.
This is insane. How did Mary get her hands on this kind of tech? It takes a sick mind to come up with killer microchips.
Perhaps a disease mind, but definitely an ingenious one. Perfect psych profile for a group like Zero Day, wouldn't you say?
Her affiliations aren't my...
Alright, y'all. Thanks for watching the stream. Hit that like button for me. Comment and subscribe if you're not already. And I will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.